Most people think attraction is something you wear. They think it is the face, the body, the clothes, the haircut, the perfume, the watch, the shoes, the status. But let me tell you something, you can have the perfect outfit and still walk into a room with weak energy. You can look good and still feel needy. You can smile and still be secretly begging for approval. You can speak loudly and still have no presence, because real attraction does not begin with appearance. It begins with energy, and energy is created by the way you think, the way you respond, the way you carry yourself, the way you control your emotions, and the way you live when nobody is clapping for you. The most attractive person in the room is not always the loudest. It is not always the most beautiful. It is not always the richest. It is the person who is grounded, the person who is calm under pressure, the person who does not collapse when life gets heavy, the person who does not chase attention because they already have self-respect. That is rare, and anything rare becomes magnetic. So today, I want to give you 7 habits that make you attractive and mentally strong. Not fake attractive, not attention-seeking attractive, not look at me attractive. I am talking about the kind of attraction that people feel before you even speak. The kind of strength that makes people say, there is something different about you. Let's begin. Habit number 1. Stop reacting so fast. This is where mental strength starts. Most people are not living their life. They are reacting to life. Someone ignores their message and their mood changes. Someone criticizes them and their whole day is ruined. Someone praises them and suddenly they feel valuable. Someone rejects them and they start questioning their entire identity. That is not freedom. That is emotional slavery. If your peace depends on how people treat you, then you are not in control of your life. You are handing the remote control of your mind to everyone around you, and then you wonder why you feel exhausted. You are exhausted because every person has access to your nervous system. A mentally strong person creates space. Something happens, they pause, they breathe, they observe. They do not immediately attack, they do not immediately explain, they do not immediately defend. They ask themselves, what is the intelligent response here? That pause is power. That pause is self-respect. That pause is the difference between a person who is controlled by emotion and a person who is guided by purpose. Anybody can be calm when life is easy, but can you be calm when someone misunderstands you? Can you be calm when your ego wants revenge? Can you be calm when the old version of you wants to explode? That is where attraction is built, because people trust steady energy. People feel safe around someone who is not controlled by every little storm. So stop reacting to everything. Not every insult needs a reply. Not every opinion needs your defense. Not every situation deserves your energy. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is pause, smile, and stay in control. Habit number 2. Stop explaining your value to people who refuse to see it. Listen carefully. Some people will misunderstand you because they do not know you, but some people will misunderstand you because it benefits them. They want you confused. They want you defending yourself. They want you emotionally tired. They want you trapped in a conversation where you keep proving that you are good enough. And many people lose their dignity there. They write long messages. They explain their heart again and again. They beg to be understood. They keep saying, please see my side. But here is the truth. When someone is committed to seeing you as small, your explanation will not make them respect you. It will only make you look desperate. You do not need to convince everyone of your worth. You need to live in a way that proves it. A strong person speaks clearly once. Then they stop. They do not chase people for validation. They do not keep handing their heart to people who keep dropping it. They do not fight every rumor, every judgment, every opinion, because they understand something powerful. Your life is not a courtroom. Not everyone deserves evidence. Not everyone deserves access. Not everyone deserves the full story. And this is where attraction grows. When you stop begging to be believed, your energy changes, your posture changes, your voice changes, your eyes become calmer. You stop moving like someone who needs approval. You start moving like someone who belongs to themselves. That is powerful. So speak with clarity. Correct what must be corrected, but never drain your soul trying to prove your value to someone who benefits from doubting you. Habit number 3, train your body for self-respect, not attention. Now let's talk about the body, because your body is not just something you show to the world. Your body is the home you live in every single day. And when you neglect that home, your mind feels it. When your body is lazy, your will becomes weak. When your breath is shallow, your thoughts become chaotic. When your posture collapses, your confidence follows. But let me be clear, do not train because you hate yourself. Do not train because you are trying to punish your body. Do not train only because you want people to look at you. Train because you respect yourself. Train because you want to trust yourself again. Train because every promise you keep with your body becomes evidence for your mind. Confidence is not created by repeating, "I am confident." Confidence is created when you say, "I will wake up," and you wake up. You say, "I will move," and you move. You say, "I will stop poisoning my body with laziness," and you follow through. Every time you do what you said you would do, your inner respect grows. And when self-respect grows, attraction grows. Because people can feel when you have discipline. They can feel it in the way you walk. They can feel it in the way you breathe. They can feel it in the way you stand. You do not need to show off. Your body starts speaking for you. It says, "This person has met resistance." It says, "This person does not quit easily." It says, "This person has standards." That is attractive, so move your body, stretch, walk, train, sweat, build strength, not to become perfect, but to become proud of yourself. Because when you respect the body you live in, the world starts feeling that respect too. Habit number 4, become rare with your words. Most people talk too much. They reveal too much, they complain too much, they gossip too much, they explain too much, they announce every plan, every emotion, every dream, every problem, and then they wonder why their presence has no weight. Your words are energy. When you spend them everywhere, your energy becomes cheap. A mentally strong person does not speak just to fill silence. They speak to create meaning. They speak with intention. They understand that silence is not weakness. Silence can be power. Before you speak, ask yourself 3 questions. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it coming from strength or insecurity? Because many times we speak because we want approval. We joke because we are hiding pain. We gossip because we want to feel included. We explain because we want to protect our image. We interrupt because we fear being invisible. That is not confidence. That is fear wearing a mask. The attractive person listens differently. When they listen, they are present. They are not waiting for their turn to speak. They are not trying to make every story about themselves. They give people the rare gift of full attention. And because that is rare, people remember them. But remember this. Being a good listener does not mean becoming a dumping ground for everyone's negativity. Some people do not want healing. They want an audience for their chaos. Some people do not want advice. They want company in their excuses. So be compassionate, but have boundaries. Choose your words. Choose your silence. Choose who gets access to your deeper thoughts. Because not everyone who smiles deserves your secrets. Not everyone who asks deserves your full story. A person who speaks less but speaks with depth becomes unforgettable. A person who talks constantly becomes background noise. Habit number 5, master your attention. This is the hidden war. Your attention is being attacked every single day. The moment you wake up, the world wants your mind. Your phone wants it, social media wants it, notifications want it, drama wants it, comparison wants it, fear wants it, desire wants it. And if you do not protect your attention, you will lose your direction. You cannot build a powerful life with a scattered mind. You cannot become mentally strong when your focus is being eaten from morning to night. What you look at every day shapes your inner world. If you feed your mind comparison, you lose peace. If you feed your mind drama, you lose clarity. If you feed your mind cheap pleasure, you lose depth. If you feed your mind distraction, you lose power. Attention is life. Where your attention goes, your life follows. The mentally strong person protects attention like treasure. They do not give their first breath of the morning to other people's lives. They do not start the day by scrolling through strangers. They do not let the internet decide their emotional state before their feet touch the ground. They learn to be present. When they work, they work. When they eat, they eat. When they walk, they walk. When they speak, they speak. When they love, they love. They bring their full self into the moment, and this makes them attractive because their energy is collected. They are not fragmented. They are not desperate. They are not everywhere. They are here. And a person who is truly here has presence. So protect your attention. Your future depends on it. Habit number 6, stop needing comfort all the time. Comfort is not bad, but comfort becomes dangerous when it becomes your master. Because a person who needs comfort all the time becomes emotionally weak. They cannot handle waiting. They cannot handle criticism. They cannot handle rejection. They cannot handle boredom. They cannot handle difficult conversations. They cannot handle discipline. They cannot handle silence, and yet they want a powerful life. That does not work. A powerful life requires a powerful nervous system. And a powerful nervous system is built by doing hard things without running away every time your mind complains. Do the difficult task. Have the uncomfortable conversation. Take the cold moment and breathe through it. Face rejection and learn from it. Sit with loneliness and meet yourself. Take failure and study it. Do not collapse every time life becomes heavy. That does not mean you pretend you are never hurt. That is not strength. That is performance. Real strength is feeling pain without becoming bitter. Real strength is saying, this is hard, and still taking the next right action. Real strength is not letting your wound become your whole identity. Yes, respect your pain, but do not give it the steering wheel. You are not here to worship your suffering. You are here to grow through it. So every day, do something that reminds your weakness it is not in charge. Make the call, finish the workout, do the work, tell the truth. Say no. Sit in silence. Choose discipline. Because each time you choose discomfort on purpose, you become harder to break. And a person who is hard to break becomes deeply attractive. Habit number 7, be loyal to your purpose, not your mood. This is the habit that separates ordinary people from powerful people. Mood changes. Mood depends on sleep, weather, food, memories, messages, compliments, criticism, music, and people's opinions. If your life is built on mood, your life will have no direction. One day you are motivated. The next day you disappear. One day you want success. The next day you want comfort. One day you are disciplined. The next day you are lost again. That is not destiny. That is being untrained. A trained person does not ask, do I feel like it? They ask, who did I decide to become? That question changes everything. Because feelings are real, but they are not always wise. Feelings are visitors. Purpose must be the home. When you are tired, purpose says, do a smaller version, but do not quit. When you are afraid, purpose says, take one step, but do not freeze. When you are praised, purpose says, stay humble. Keep working. When you are criticized, purpose says, learn what is useful, release what is poison. When you are tempted, purpose says, remember the life you said you wanted. That is mental strength, and that is attraction. Because people can sense direction. They can feel when someone is not available for every distraction. They can feel when someone has standards. They can feel when someone has a center. And when your life has a center, people cannot pull you in every direction. You become grounded. You become focused. You become rare. So learn to say no. No to habits that shrink you. No to people who drain you. No to conversations that pollute you. No to love that requires you to abandon yourself. No to comfort that steals your future. A weak person says yes because they fear rejection. A strong person says no because they fear self-betrayal more. And that is the deepest form of confidence. Now look at these 7 habits together. Pause before reacting. Stop explaining your value. Train your body with respect. Speak with intention. Protect your attention. Choose discomfort. Stay loyal to purpose over mood. These habits are not glamorous. They are not loud. They are not always visible, but they work because the strongest things in life grow below the surface first. A tree does not become tall because it wants attention. It becomes tall because its roots go deep. Everyone admires the branches. Few people respect the roots. But without roots, the branches fall. So stop chasing surface attraction. Build roots, build emotional control, build discipline, build silence, build focus, build standards, build purpose. And one day you will walk into a room and you will not need to perform. You will not need to beg. You will not need to prove. Your energy will speak. Your presence will speak. Your calm will speak. Your discipline will speak, and people will feel it, because the most attractive version of you is not the version that needs attention. It is the version that no longer abandons itself to get it. So today, make a decision. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, choose one habit, practice it, protect it, repeat it, because your future is not built by one big moment. It is built by the small promises you keep when nobody is watching, and when you become the kind of person who keeps promises to yourself. Everything changes. Your confidence changes. Your energy changes. Your relationships change. Your standards change. Your life changes. That is how you become attractive. That is how you become mentally strong, not by chasing the world, but by finally owning yourself.